And first, I want to welcome up Dennis Yang. He's the co-founder of Dashbot.io.
Hi everyone, I'm Dennis. I am one of the co-founders of Dashbot. We are conversational analytics for chatbots. I am just at Sin on Twitter. If you want to tweet me or follow me, just Dennis backwards. Pretty easy. Since you said no PowerPoint, I won't. This is the one slide I will show. But basically, the short story about how we founded Dashbot was earlier this year we were making chatbots, and what we found, we were making them for Slack and Facebook, and in making them, what we actually realized was that the event-based paradigm that you have in current analytics platforms like Mixpanel and Google really didn't work that well for chatbots. You can kind of model and shoehorn events into your chatbot, but really you're missing the entire conversation. So that's why we actually launched Dashbot. So we've processed over 300 million messages already, so that's pretty awesome. And over nearly 1,500 bots now are using us. And since this is a demo, this is what we have. Essentially, integration is super straightforward. If you are using one of the Node bot building frameworks, we support Microsoft Bot Framework, we support BotKit, and if you're not using one of them, we actually have a RESTful interface. But essentially, it's about 3 lines of code to integrate our analytics. Every time your bot receives a message, you send us a copy. Every time your bot sends a message, you send us a copy. And then, once you do that, you start seeing messages coming. So this is one of the bots we built. This is on Facebook. You can actually go and follow it right now if you want and talk to it. It's at m.me/askthecat. It's a little demo bot we put together, and it is actually proving to be surprisingly popular, especially on Kick, where we've seen like an average session time around like 5 to 10 minutes of people just shouting random things at our cat bot, which is kind of amazing. So once you start basically integrating your bot with our platform, you'll start seeing the messages, and we actually recreate the entire session in our tool. And this is one of the things you'll actually see that you're missing if you're not using a conversational analytics platform, is that these messages are very rich. You're missing the entire conversation. Of course, we do get standard reports that you would expect from any analytics platform, like users, sessions, engagement. We have our retention report, which looks something like this. And we also, since we process the entire conversation, we actually get specific message reports. So you can see here, the top message that our bot received was hi, and if you click on any message, you can actually see what the bot sent and responded to from each message, giving you kind of a message funnel. Facebook also gives us information like demographics and locales, and since we do support Slack as well, so this is GameMonk. This is actually the 20th most popular bot on the Slack bot store right now, a bot that we created, which is pretty awesome, and that's pretty fun. It allows you to play games with your team. You receive Slack-specific reports, like which teams have been using your bots. You can see here that the Slack team called the 8th graders has been playing it for 12 hours over the past month, which is kind of amazing. I'm not sure what they are, but they're in 8th grade, so maybe it's okay. And they're smart because they're on Slack. We also do sentiment reporting. You can see here that GameMonk actually skews particularly negative. We find that a lot of people are swearing at the bot when they miss trivia questions. So that's why people are angry with it. And once again, you can see here the transcripts. And we'll see if anyone's actually speaking with the cat right now in our transcripts. Oh, wow, look at that. We have a lot of people speaking with the bot right now. Someone named Tyler is speaking, so I'll actually show off one of our features. We're moving up the chain a little bit. Not just doing analytics anymore. We can pause the bot and I can just say, hi Tyler. And Tyler should receive it. I don't know where Tyler is. Did you receive the message?
I did.
Yes, so that's one of the features that we're starting. As we move up the chain from analytics, one of the neat things about the messaging platforms is you can actually do something in real time. So unlike web or mobile, hey ChatCat, thanks Tyler. You can actually see and do and pause the conversation with the bot if someone is really having a bad time. So this is kind of one of the features that we've just launched recently as well as you can broadcast to everyone that's actually chatting with your bot. So essentially, it's, we're starting off as analytics, but we're definitely moving up the chain in terms of marketing.
Boom. Nice work. Okay, so you guys know the drill. Raise your hands high. And this is going to be interesting because we're like all over the place. So we'll start here.
I have a functionality question.
Yeah.
What is sentiment? How do you measure it?
So the question, so what is sentiment? Basically, we're doing a pretty straightforward measure of sentiment. It's a positive, it's a one scale of positive or negative. So we're doing some sort of a count based on positive, how positive or how negative the words coming into your bot are. So we're not doing anything complicated like a multi-dimensional sentiment or anything. So.
It's for English.
Yeah, so currently it is only for English. One of the things we have learned in building Dashbot is that the chatbot space is much more international than I think I've ever seen. I've been in web, it's my 18th or 19th year now, and having to deal with internationalization, time zones, languages, much more early than I had in previous products.
Hey Dennis, Jack. You just had your funding round. Could you tell us just a little bit more than the press releases say about what you're going to do next?
Oh yeah, we just closed our funding. Our plan now really is, my biggest goal is to help our customers figure out their businesses, right? And providing them the actionable information with which they can improve their bots as businesses. So that's why we're moving into features like the live person takeover, like broadcast, like user segmentation and referral growth. So those are the types of features that are on our roadmap that essentially we hope will help our customers become better businesses, which then makes our business better.
What is your pricing model?
Right now, we are basically free. We are starting off as a freemium pricing model. For any bot that does fewer than 10 million messages a month, which is pretty much any bot out there except for the very large ones, it's free. And anything above that, we're working on kind of an enterprise type pricing, which is very reasonable. But honestly, the key features that we will be charging for are more along the lines of the marketing features, the segmentation, essentially features that help you do better things in the future are easier to charge for than things that tell you what happened yesterday, is kind of my philosophy on that.
So that, my question kind of relates in terms of like an enterprise, like self-hosted product, or like a multi-tenant flavor where you're not sharing necessarily, or like a more private version of your chatbot for a more specific audience and purpose, perhaps internal to a company.
Right. So we have had some inquiries about a multi-tenant or a self-hosted solution. That's not something that we're focused on right now. We're a small team, 3 growing to 5 actually by the end of the month. So we need to prioritize our SaaS model first. But that said, if you have a large customer that wants to talk to us about a hosted solution, we would love to chat and figure that out as well. Yeah. Chat, yes. You can ask the cat.
Are you guys doing any marketing, or is it all word of mouth at this point?
We're doing marketing essentially at events like this. It's pretty much word of mouth. We're doing, there's actually some very active groups on Facebook and Slack that we're active members of. And the bot community is really amazing, and the more people I meet in the bot community, the more excited I get about working in it. So we're not doing kind of any traditional marketing yet.
We got another minute on the clock. Bring it up with a good question. Who's got one?
What is your next business challenge, and what are you trying to accomplish?
The next big challenge is, now that we've secured our funding, which gives us runway for a little while, is figuring out the business, right? It's like pricing, how to charge in the right way, and how to bring our customers value that we can charge them for. So that's our biggest question right now.
All right, 30 seconds. In the back.
Hi, what are the most meaningful improvements that you see your customers making with your tool for their chatbots?
Most meaningful improvements.
So one of the things that we really are hearing a lot and is that people aren't realizing what people are telling their bots. And it's chatbot is a new medium, and essentially what a lot of people are not realizing is that the affordances that you have in the messaging platforms are much more broad than a web page or a mobile app. So people are not realizing when they launch their bots that people are sending them questions that they didn't anticipate. They're sending images, they're sending locations. You can, if you actually send our cat bot, you can look at all of the different things that you can send in a messenger, stickers, GIFs, locations, and we're so early in the phase of people figuring out the UI of chatbot that they're not realizing that people are sending them not just words. So yeah, there we go, there's a sticker. And that's one of the things, like, if you ask for a location in your bot, like, you should really make sure that you understand when someone sends you a pin. Now we have GIFs. So.
Cool, we're out of time. That's Dennis Yang, co-founder of Dashbot. Thank you guys.